the Sarlacc Digest, the long-running live-stream podcast digesting Star Wars topics for over 1,000 years. Join them for all the latest news, rumors, and theory crafting with none of the drama or the bullshit. Live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube. And don't forget the Sarlacc Toy Chest, covering all the newest Star Wars toy releases and news from Hasbro, Hot Toys, Jakks Pacific, and more. Live every other Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Be there and keep it nerdy.
You must choose. Choose wisely.
Holy Grail Toys is the ultimate destination for rare action figures, exclusive merch, and collector-grade drops. And now, taking pre-orders for the Bandito 112 scale action vehicle from Odd Frog Entertainment, releasing in 2026.
You have chosen wisely.
HolyGrailToys.com, PlastiqNews.com. All the latest from Hollywood, toys, gaming, comics, and anything pop culture. PlastiqNews.com. Don't forget the IQ. PlastiqNews.com.
Happy holidays, everybody. It is the 5th of December, and it's Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, right here on SKN. And we are back at you. And we got a lot of content this evening. Thanks for jumping in. Before we go any further, hit that like, subscribe, follow us on all the socials. We appreciate you coming in this fine Friday evening. Well, it is going to be a night to remember as we talk about all the different drops, releases, and toy news that happened over the past 48 hours. Yes, first off, Marvel Legends. We've got a new Spidey, wouldn't you know it? Plus a variety of other figures, including Lizard. We're going to talk about that, what you should pre-order, what you should not pre-order. Star Wars Black Series, new Mando.
Ooh.
Well, we got a new Mando. We're going to talk about that. Also, yes, a made-to-order HISS tank has arrived. That is right. And we're going to talk about the price points. What do we think about it? Should you order McFarlane TMNT Mezco drop in pre-order? Much, much more. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, gather around the campfire, get your blanket, your hot cup of coffee or cocoa, because we're going to talk about figures. This is Pixels, Plastiq, and Ink.
I am not gonna lie. I'm waiting for my beard to be that color.
Same, actually, same. I'm looking like I don't know if I was Gandalf or Santa. I wasn't quite sure what
you
that
were
was.
you were Sandolph.
Oh, Sandoff. I
Sandoff,
love
yeah.
it. Gentlemen, how are you this fine Friday evening? We'll start with you, Mr. Storm. How are you, sir?
May doing pretty good, man. A lot of stuff. The Brazil. There was a lot of things that I wasn't expecting that to hit this week. I did hear about the Arctic HISS tank earlier in the week, but I didn't expect everything that they dropped. There was a lot of stuff, man. A lot of good stuff, and a bunch of other stuff by a bunch of other people too. So this was a heavy week of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's why we're doing mostly all pre-order mafia tonight.
That is right. Dr. Brantley, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm afraid that that was a peek into all of our futures, how we're going to look.
Ghost of Christmas Past or Future.
I don't know. We got to rescue you from the upside down, though, sir. So I can see your
That's not that
background. Not that bad. Chet Maddox, how are you, sir?
Well, I'm pretty good. I'm thankful for some of the stuff not coming out of my bank account until a little bit later, but yeah, man, I'm excited. I think December is going to be crazy, and it's already turned out to be one hell of a start to the month. So hopefully people get what they need to get out of this show, and I'm excited about it. But Mr. Rad, how are you doing?
I am great. Lots of pre-orders around the Christmas tree this time of year. They're fighting for our money, and I think some of them are going to get it, and maybe others will not. We're going to talk about that. But before we go any further, we got to recognize our shadow crew, the elite, the members of the channel. We appreciate you all. All it takes is to subscribe. You get exclusive content and some other great incentives. And we appreciate the support. You're helping the channel grow. And look, if you don't want to be a member, all good. Just hit the like, drop a comment, man. We are growing the channel. We're growing the community. We appreciate all of you. So let's go to the chat and see who's with us live here tonight. First and foremost, I think we got, C's the director is first. Yes, surprising. Usually there's someone else that's first. So congrats, sir. Let's go.
Commander Bly is sleeping.
Yeah, where's Bly? Yes, we're going to talk about CCXP. That is going to be the bulk load of the show. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Who else we got? Mr. Darth Moocher. Yes, sir. How are you?
If you notice, he's got a Santa hat on his animated version too, so he's got it dope tonight.
He's ready. The man, the myth, the legend in the Star Wars galaxy, Mr. Moocher.
Some subliminal messaging happening from that dude, huh?
We got stuck in carbon at Arctic HISS. That is right. We're definitely going to get deep in conversation around that. Who else we got hanging out? We got Rad Toys Galaxy. What up? What up? What up? And if you're catching us on the replay, all good as well. So without further ado, Mr. Storm, let's jump right into things.
Oh yeah, we've got stuff going tonight and everything. Normally we have like main topic, and then we normally have like pre-order mafia, and then we get into SK. Plastiq news on SKN. Tonight, it's going to be a whole lot of pre-order mafia, I can tell you that. But it would be remiss if I didn't tell you guys what this month was. That's right, because, look, we had in October, Scaretober. We had in November, Toyvember. Now we have the 12 days of Toy Moss. That's right. We've coined that. It's still, like I said, copyright and trademark is pending on Toy Moss. So don't go thinking you guys use that. The 12 Days of Toy Moss this December, the Shadow News Network transforms into the ultimate holiday celebration of toys, nostalgia, and collector culture. Introducing the 12 Days of Grail, a special SKN event where every day a different member of the SKN crew reveals the greatest toy grail of their life. Oh, that's going to be a different one right there. I think I already know mine. From the rarest exclusives of today to the vintage legends of Christmas past, each grail comes with a story, childhood memories, impossible hunts, collector heartbreaks, unbelievable finds, and plastic treasures that shape who we are. Throughout the month, SKN becomes the festive toy museum filled with big reveals, emotional deep dives, hilarious collector chaos, and kind of holiday nostalgia only action figures can unlock. Whether you're into high-end imports, hot toys, Mezco, heat, wrestling figures, retro, classics or the weird bootlegs we secretly love, December SKN is your place to celebrate the toys that became legends. That's right. And well, we got CCXP 25. That's down in Brazil. That was hitting it up. So most of the stuff early tonight, we're rolling with that. And with that, we're popping into Pre-Order Mafia.
Leave the McFarlane. Take the Mezco.
Yeah, well, you know, we were going to change that, but then Mr. McFarlane did some stuff this week that kind of messed
appropriate this evening.
Yeah, you can't ever get around that. So.
Yep. And you know, as always, normal for some of the first time listeners, and we see everybody all popping in from all the places in the world. You know, Mr. Maddox, let everyone know the rules of the Pre-Order Mafia.
Yes, sir. Well, it's up here on your screen, but if you're not watching and you're only listening, then well, that's why we announce what it is. And this is Pre-Order Mafia. It is a 3-tier rating system, and sometimes, just sometimes, we have a 4th hidden tier, and typically it's not good, but you know, every now and then we do get a better one. But we have It's a Made figure. Basically, this is a figure that we think everyone should pre-order. We're pre-ordering. If you don't pre-order it, you probably don't like toys. Then we have Forget About It, which is we get it. We understand why you pre-order it. It's just not what we collect. So, you know, we wouldn't pre-order it, but we understand why you should. Then there's number 3, Sleeps with the Fishes. It is self-explanatory, and unfortunately, there is one manufacturer that tends to live in this number, and that's unfortunate. And we have tried like hell to get that person out of this, but you will see as we move forward that is not necessarily something that can happen, because every week we tell Steve to update this. The shit just stays the same. That is Pre-Order Mafia, and we want to hear if it's a made figure, a Forget About It, or Sleep with the Fishes in the comments. So as we're going, throw your comments in, and we do have a lot we have to get through on the pre-order, so we won't be hitting up the comments all the time right away, but we will be hitting up all of the comments, just as we gotta space it out because we got a lot we got to get over. Commander Bly says, have you guys ever heard of CCXP? This was the first for me. I thought it was like a Windows event. Like for Windows XP, because I know they just had the Excel World Championship in Vegas. Exactly. So this is a little weird. Rad Toy says companies hitting us with pre-orders while we are in Christmas spin mode, and that is why they're hitting you with pre-orders.
CCXP sounds to me like a Russian Extreme Sports or something.
Yeah. Like it should be sprayed on like the helicopter from Rambo 3.
I thought it was like the Chinese Communist experience, and I guess I was wrong. So
it might be,
because I was like, why would they be releasing action figures of that thing?
Yeah.
So well, that's what it is. Let's get into it though, boys.
We will roll into the first one right here. Now, let me pre-warn you right now. This is the Amazon exclusive, and this had been going in and out. So if you guys are right now checking over at Amazon, it might be up, it might not be. It's been popping in and out all day. But here's the thing that pissed everybody off in the forums, because I was in the bunch of Facebook forums. The Marvel Legends groups were all crazy. Why is this thing $39.99 when it just has a different head? People were pissed. And I was like, yeah, I kind of get them on this. But they've got, you can do 2 versions of the Lizard. The original version that you saw in the, the 1960s and 70s of Spider-Man, or you can get this other head right here where it looks more of a crocodile. That's from the top McFarlane run. So you can make it 2 different eras of it, but the body's still the same. The jacket doesn't come off. That's all molded in. Did anybody pick up this?
Well, the deal is that I did end up picking this up, and I just put the link in the chat, so you could go grab it now if you want it.
Our favorite dealer doing it always. Thank you, Mr. Maddox.
Hell yeah. Look, I have the Build-A-Figure. So the reason why I am getting this is because I want to do a comparison. But you and I had an interesting conversation about it. What is up, Meeks? When you were telling me that this is the McFarlane version, where I was telling you I have the Build-A-Figure one, but you said the McFarlane one. So look, I'm excited to get it. That's an old mold now. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I think look, the Build-A-Figure lizard is probably the definitive lizard for the longest time. That's why it commanded $100+ on the resale market. It was a hard figure to build because the BAF parts were in figures that were very expensive. Spider-Punk, as an example, you had to buy that, open that up to get the lizard part, and in-box Spider-Punk is $80+, and we could go through the line. That wave was super expensive. I like this. I like this figure. I get it's $40. Wake up. It's 2025, 2026. They're going to be expensive. I like the McFarlane design. It actually looks like if McFarlane designed Marvel Lizard, this is what it would look like. So it's kind of funny that you see it. I think my only disappointment is, and I wasn't expecting it, is come on, give us a cloth coat. I mean, we saw the lab coat Beast that had the cloth. Why couldn't you throw a cloth on this? I mean, it would have been extra special if you did. I think it would have been a more desirable figure, but it's been a while since we actually had a comic version of Lizard. And to your point, Chet, $40 is not going to stop me from ordering this. I think this is a good to go for me on a pre-order front.
Yeah.
It's the McFarlane head is cool. That's the only reason I would get this. I hate the other one. And it takes Hasbro to do a McFarlane character right.
Wow. Yeah, that's why.
Tell me I'm wrong when you see the next slides coming up.
He's never coming on the show. He's never coming on the show.
What's the height? Did they say what height this is?
It didn't, but I do know in the package the tail has to be taken apart, so it's probably a longer tail. But I don't know about this whole $40 for this. I could kind of be all right if it was 34. Maybe it's not like the 27 mark, but like this is not really a deluxe figure.
Well, the good news is that it's not $40; it's $43 after tax, so you're fine. it is a deluxe. It is on the deluxe side. It is a little bit bigger. I mean, I can grab the BAF if you guys want to see it, but it is a pretty big one.
It looks like it's going to be 7. It's going to be like 7 inches, just slightly above your standard 6-inch figure.
I'm trying to see if we can find the.
Yeah, Rad's hitting us up with that. Thanks, Rad. Looking at 54 Canadian.
56.
Ouch. Wow. Or 56 Canadian. Wow. Ooh, yeah, that kind of does suck. Sorry about that, Rad. But look, this one's a forget about it for me. I think it's great. I'm not going to pick it up just for the one head. It just doesn't make any sense. But it's it's interesting. There's fans out there obviously want to see other than Mr. McFarlane, because every time he sees this, he probably gets pissed because he's not getting paid for it.
You know what? I will tell you one of the things I think is really crappy. Ross 2026 maybe. One of the things I think is crappy is on the packaging and on the details. It does say Marvel Comics inspired accessories, and it says that it comes with 2 accessories, including alternate head and segmented tail. That is not an accessory.
Like just the character.
They should have done interchangeable teeth as an accessory.
I'm sorry. That's not. You can't. Okay, like if you don't have the tail, it's not Lizard. So like that's not an accessory, right? That's like comes with 3 accessories: tail, head, and box.
Well, wait till you see the Spider-Man.
Exactly.
If you talk about accessories.
And actually, the thing that kills you, if this was in, let's say, the 80s or something, it would be like with slime or something. Then we could put up with, all right, that's an extra accessory at least. But
or some random sticker or some shield that make no sense.
He's got a point about that. So again, I don't think other than Rad, it looked like he's the only one kind of picking it up. What about you, Mr. Maddox?
Yeah, I already pre-ordered it.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, it's close to a BAF. If it looks like a BAF, it's probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna buy it. So
all right. Well, here we go. Right here, when we're talking about no accessories, here he goes. So swinging in, Spider-Man. Look, this one though. This one kind of looks like Mark Bagley's version of it from like the Brian Bendis run. Because the eyes aren't kind of like the same that I've normally seen with Spider-Man. Cool figure. This is obviously coming in at the $27.99. mark, and this one was you could get it from the fan channels and over at Hasbro Pulse. I didn't see this thing selling out as quick, but it looks like maybe they took a little bit of the Maximum Spider-Man like joints and everything, because he seems to be a little bit more articulate than normal. What do you guys think?
Well, this is bare minimum Spider-Man. There's Maximum Spider Series and then bare minimum, because this is what this is. I like the colors. Colors
Yeah,
are cool.
yeah.
Looks like fair articulation.
Mhm.
I don't know. Do we have a picture of the package? Because you literally just
No.
get two. So you literally just get a set of hands.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
think so. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep,
So
yep.
I mean, this is just like the standard sitting on a Walmart shelf type of Spidey. But I will
Yeah.
tell you, it's better than the the standard Tom Holland Spidey you see hanging on peg hooks nationwide.
True.
The price point, it is what it is. I think there's so many versions of Spidey
Yeah.
that have come out. I don't know. Like, it looks cool. Like, it's not a pre-order for me.
I couldn't even find it on Amazon. So
Is it sold out?
no, I
Yeah,
just couldn't find it.
Yeah, well, that happens to me a bunch of times on Amazon. Well, if sometimes you have to go through somebody else's link to find it, because if you try to search, you just can't find it. And
There's
I
only
don't
18
know.
pages of Spider-Man. I mean,
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, it should be. But anyways, look, for me, it's another forget about it. I've already got my 30 Spider-Man. I don't need another one. So, what do you think about it, Mr. Brentley?
I already got the Maximum, and that's not worth it. This isn't worth it either. So forget about it.
Well,
Yeah.
So Mendel says he likes the tight webbing on the suit. Yeah, again, it looks like a different version, different paint, and it does seem a little bit more articulation. But again, they are kind of Spider-Man us up this year. I've got to think, if I did a count, I got to believe they hit us with at least about 20 Spideys this year.
Yeah, this is a mad dash to the trash for me. There's no way I'm gonna buy this thing at that price. I'm just a Spidey shill, and I'll probably grab it. Well, I mean, hey, look, if you like it, you like it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I thought that I was gonna love Maximum Series Spider-Man, and I think it's somewhere in my storage still in the box. So I know I'm not gonna open this. And also, like, the price point with just like a figure.
And this is the Andrew Garfield suit, right?
No,
From
I
No
don't
Way
think
Home?
this one. I think this
Amazing
is more comic
Spider-Man?
accurate. I don't think this is.
No, I think
Garfield's
it's it.
version.
No,
Is it?
Yeah, because the package is No Way Home, so I think it's Garfield.
Yeah, it's
right?
got to be
Oh,
Amazing
okay.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks
So I
a
mean,
little different.
that's the only thing is like,
Yeah.
it's cool. I wish they would include a Andrew head sculpt, but I know they had released those figures on a card back.
Yeah. True.
But I look for $27 again, like going into retail, assuming this is available, because this is not the Amazon exclusive. Like, it's a cool pickup for a kid, and I think this is probably one of the cheaper, good-looking Spider-Man that might be accessible. So, but it's just not something I'm super excited about. Too many Spideys out there, understandably. Wolvie, Spidey, Batman's, you name it. You get 5. You get 5 every couple of months.
Yeah, but if you like it though, you're in luck.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah. Always
Put
a
them
new one
next
around
to
the
your-
corner.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next one. Red She-Hulk. And again, look, we know that they use some kit bashing stuff right there. There's electricize. And, obviously this is one where it's just a different color, different head sculpt a little bit. But again, not a bad figure. Again, I know they've been kind of jumping through all of the Red Hulks down the line. So I knew this was going to pop up. I'm sure we'll see a Red Abomination, a bunch of other things pop in. What's going on, Smug? But look, this one was this is another forget about it for me. I thought they look good, great sculpture. I wasn't really interested in any of the Marvel Legends that I kind of saw. What do you think, Dr. Brentley?
Let me tell you about this one, because this really pissed me off, actually. Now, it's an older sculpt, right? So they know what color it's going to be. It's red and black. Now, if they don't show it in this picture, but the pins that they use are bright red, the same color as her. And they go on the black part where the tattered clothing is. It would be so easy to use black pins and cover it up. But what it does is it attracts you to see this old technology that they're using. It was just, probably cost saving maneuver.
Probably
but
30 cents
it's
more that
stupid.
they didn't want to spend.
Yeah.
I more than understand it.
And if you're paying, $30 for, $27, $28, they can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just to make it a little bit nicer.
Sure. Rad, did you order this one, brother?
No, I mean, we needed a updated Red She-Hulk. I get your point, Dr. Brantley. Not one for me. It's decent. I think it's cool when you release a figure that we haven't seen for some time versus the same old thing. We're just talking about another Spidey.
Yeah.
Again, limited accessories here. No bath parts. I miss kind of the old days of Marvel Legends, but what's the price on this one? Is this $27?
It's still $27, yeah.
27. Yeah. It's in range with a decent pickup. So
yeah,
I say it's forget about it. It's definitely not a made figure for me.
Well, Smug is going to pick that up. And Rad Toy Galaxy, another Rad in the show. What's up, Rad? He said you don't need this at all. I totally agree. Mr. Maddox, your thoughts on the Red She-Hulk?
I mean, it's cool, but I was never a fan of She-Hulk. So I think She-Hulk is just I guess I get it, but look, it's cool, but it's just, it's a forget about it. It's, I think that this one leans more towards Sleep with the Fishes for me because I also was upset about the pins.
Yeah.
And like size, okay, I get it, but there's just nothing really here, and I'm good.
But she's an attorney at law.
Sure, not the Red Hulk. She's not.
Yeah, no, she's a criminal now. And I'll run her base. What's going on there?
This one doesn't come with bad CGI. That was the green version.
There you go. And like I said again, we're going to move on to yes, that's right. Now there was last year or this year technically. I'm already jumping to 2026, but we got the finishing up the combiners when you had absolutely everyone's favorite Devastator. Let Chet speak. Hal Runner, he's speaking all night long.
Thank God Hal Runner's finally back. He's the only dude that ever fights for me.
You heard him speak now, so we've got our Chet minimum in now.
That's enough.
But look, everybody's in the combiners this year. It's Brutica. So, look, this is on theme for Hasbro. I give them credit. Michael Charles Hill, who created Cold Sliver, they got their dues out of him. Well, guess what? Michael Charles Hill also created Bruticus, the Combaticons. They're getting it out of him. So I don't know. Next year, there's probably another creator that did this Transformers to go see his stuff plagiarized. But look, it's a combiner. It's a great one. It's one of my favorite ones right there. I might get these combiners. I've been kind of going back and forth. I do know it is sold out on Hasbro Pulse at the moment. Now, Big Bad Toy Store, we've got Mr. Maddox right now. He's putting links in the chats for everyone. So, it's probably over there, Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. But right now, Hasbro Pulse does not have this.
It is.
So this one for me is it's kind of a made figure for me, man. It's kind of a made figure.
Look, I don't usually get Transformers, but when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, I do like this character. This is cool.
Yeah. I think look, out of the collection, this is the biggest chunk of money that'll come out building these. And I'm not gonna be, combiners are probably my favorite Transformer gimmick. Yeah, I think it's a good gimmick. And I think in regards to him being cheaper, since this is the main torso, he's going to be the most expensive. You can expect about anywhere between $29 to $39 for the other ones, depending on if they do all single packs. It's this is one that I am buying. I already have, Devastator G1. I don't have Onslaught or this combiner yet. So this is one that I think looks cool, and I'll be picking this one up. And Smog says I'll have to wait to see if they come out with a gift set before buying. But what I would tell you to do is before it sells out, we put the link for Big Bad Toy Store for Onslaught. You can pre-order it. There's no like prepayment. and Big Bad doesn't charge you till it ships. So
yeah,
you could just put that in your cart, then you know you have it, and then cancel it before they go to ship it. So
yeah. No, this one is kind of cool, but you're right. Like I said, I believe I'm trying to think which of Devastators was it Bone Crusher or who's because there was one torso that was 99 on the Devastator pack. And then the other ones, you're right. They were well, except for they did a little something shady on that. They did 2 and 1 on 2 on 1, right? There
there it is. So this was Hook and Long Haul.
There
that's that was $89.
Okay,
yeah, that was the one. And then if for the Age of the Primes, you did the to build Superion, and you got that Silverbolt was the main torso. So I think they're going that route.
Yeah.
And this is made figure for me, man. I love if I'm collecting Transformers, it's totally combiners, man. And this is my favorite combiner.
Yeah,
like this is come on, man. Bruticus all day long. You put a chopper in anybody's arm. I don't care what kind of line it is. I'm buying it. This is it. Did they announce when they're releasing the other?
They said coming soon, and right over here we look at Swindle right over here. So they said coming soon, but you got Bruticus, so he's going to be the main torso part of it. Or I'm sorry, Onslaught's the main torso part of it, and then you've got Swindle right over here, and we've got some. I'll jump to this other slide right here, where they're actually showing. So that's coming soon, and I'm sure they're probably going to wait until sometime early part of next year for they drop him. And then they also had, which is not a combiner, but they did drop another Transformer, Decepticon Sideways, and he's only $42.99, and he is still available over on Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah, Sideways is cool, man.
Yeah,
Transformers are expensive, but I think
yes, they are.
If you want to build Bruticus, that you have to pick it up, and I think Onslaught's a badass Transformer, so it is what it is. But it's a pickup for me, man. I appreciate the cost is just, it is plastic, just like everything else. Obviously, costs are higher now than they ever were, but the transforming mechanisms they're more intricate. So especially with the big pieces, so I expect to pay more. I definitely don't like if you think about $40 for a Lizard. And 100 for the Onslaught, yet what's overpriced at this point? What's more overpriced, I should say.
And the newer combiners are not like the same combiners from the 80s. Those are a little bit larger. So when you're able to see them, it's like, wow, that is, it really kind of a little bit more bang for your buck if you put it all together. He doesn't sit obviously on the shelf as well as the Devastator did, because those combiners were right then. But the technology changed. Most of these combiners and Transformers look like the animated or comic versions of them, and back in the day the G1s were representations of them a little bit more. So so again, more than meets the eyes. They did not disappoint us over there from the CCXP, and then they dropped another one right here, and this is one where it's the Tanaka Tommy Hasbro kind of thing, where they had Delta Magnus, and this was still available on Hasbro Pulse. But the price, these are the missing link ones, and the missing link ones aren't the average cost. They cost a little bit something. This one's $194.99, but this looks cool, man.
Yeah, I like the Masterpiece line. They're expensive. I mean, it's average $200. Bigger size Masterpiece figures,
but they're also built way better.
Oh yeah, they're great. I mean, this is like, we talk about Mezco and some of the Mafex being the upper echelon of like 1/12 scale Marvel Legends DC. This is the version of that for Transformers, is like the higher end line. There's some KOs and third parties that make very similar, some die cast. $200. It's expensive, for sure. And I would look, I have a couple Masterpiece, but it's just, I'd rather collect what we just talked about. You start getting into this, man, it'll drain your wallet pretty quickly, because the amount of Transformers that are out there, holy. But Delta Magnus is one of my favorite, man. I mean, this is beautiful. Robeson, that's not the most expensive figure that got released.
We've got Notre Dame popped in right now. JWC, don't worry, we're gonna get to that. Oh, that's definitely here tonight.
Oh my goodness!
But look, for me, this is a forget about it. It's great, but like Rad was saying, once you start, this is like for the hardcore collectors. This is not the novice that comes in. Unless you have like one transformer that you want to get out of this, you can walk away. This is a habit that will definitely break you. So
you're never
dog.
going to be able to get one transformer walk away. That just does not exist.
Yeah, I mean, like I collect Hot Toys, but there's a certain point where you're like, you can limit it to like maybe a wave, like MCU or whatever. With Transformers, you're literally like,
they got you.
They got you, man. It's like, and then it's just like cemented in lore, man. When if you grew up during that time, man, it's just, it's crazy. It's an addiction. But kudos to anybody that could afford $200 a pop. You know, more power to you.
What about you, Dr. Brantley?
Well, that's why we all had to go up and get jobs, right? So you can buy stuff like this. Otherwise, we'd all still be living with our parents.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Mom, I'll be right there, Mom.
I'm podcasting right now.
God, Mom. Jeez, I wanted Delta Magnus.
Were you going to buy it?
It's a forget about it. But it looks cool.
All right, well, we move on to the next one. From more than meets the eyes to, hey, like I said, I could bring you in hot or I could bring you in cold. That's right. They went all the way back to the beginning, like season 1 Mando. Well, this one right here is a nice update. It looks cool, man. I'm digging this one. I love the scratches and everything, the little details. That blaster, the first time you see that on screen, you're like, yep. This one was, I will 100% made. It's matter of fact, it's a made figure. It might be actually moving up into its own crew.
Look, here's a hot take. This is my favorite version of Mando, the suit. This was like the look, the feel, the beginning of the story reminds me when I first watched it, pulling up the Disney Channel, Disney Plus, and seeing the first episode. I was like, oh my goodness, this is the future of Star Wars. So this is an easy pickup for me, man. And I don't collect a lot of Star Wars figures, but
it's not easy because it's Target exclusive. So calm down.
But
oh no.
Here's the one thing. I don't know if anybody else noticed this. I know all the guys in the forum were saying this too. They put this up. I don't know if it was a mistake or something. This was up at $17.99, and everybody lost their shit. Like, if you're going to order it now.
Wait, Howell Runner got what? Wait. $15.
There you go.
Damn, that's
there you go. Howell Runner. Target of $5 off, $25. I pre-ordered 2. It's $14.99 each. Well, it was up for $17.99, and people were like, "Order it now." Target made a mistake because it's supposed to be 24 because they had to scratch it off at 24, and I was like, "Is this somebody losing their job by Monday, or is it just they just discounted it?" I don't know, but hey, this was a great one. I know that Darth Moocher did say this, which actually had me laughing and everything. He kind of wanted the toy articulate. I think you're spending too much time with your toys, Darth.
Although, Darth, this is another opportunity to print up that opening of the bar, right? When he comes in the door that opens up, in that pose, it would be perfect.
Oh yeah, and again, toy
just
photography.
Giving you more work to do.
It's elite. The toy photography, it looks something straight out of the show. So look, this was the minute it came up. I was going on Target and I was like, oh, ordered that, and actually it was $17.99. I didn't use like Howell Runner and use that discount. That probably would have been smart to do that.
Again, if you have your link for Target, put it in. I can't find it on Target anymore.
Yeah, it might be gone.
They were like, well, no, stop.
$17.99. They might fly it out like hotcakes, man. Right there is episode. Mondo gets me hooked back to Star Wars. Love this look, absolutely. I'll get that actually. Like,
it's sold out already. Jeez. See, that tells you, man. Like, there's a bunch of Black Series figures that have.
You couldn't get rid
on peg hooks.
Yeah, you couldn't get rid of the silver one, right?
You talking about the Mines of Mando? Mine's a Mandalore. Yeah, that one was up. I think I got that for like $6.99. Mr. Maddox and I was in the Target, and it was on discount, and I was like, "Yeah, man."
But this is awesome. The first one, the best one.
Yeah. It definitely gets that. Yep. It's one of the better ones. Look again. It's easy for me, man. Yeah, slow down an hour when I launch. Yep, not surprising. This one.
See, and I wonder, is that because
it discounted?
That's the only thing with like how much inventory did they really have? That's the question that I have is like, I don't trust Targets. Like
No.
like
it'll come back around. Somehow or your order will get canceled or something. It's one of those things where you almost like you go to Target and then you stop off at like one of those cathedrals, and then you get some holy water and you bless it because you're hoping that it gets to your house, because then Walmart is kind of a guess. So but I hope Outrunner gets this too though. And maybe one in the box or out, or flip it, whatever you do. Do what you want to do about it. But this was definitely a pickup, man. This was one of the better ones. I give him credit. This is one that they need to re-get to the fans in the updated version. So from there, this one, if you had to beat somebody over, and I knew early in the week this was coming. And purposely, I didn't say anything on Toy Box Chronicles because I wanted to save it for Friday. And look, this one's a point of contention. A lot of people said, "Hey, I got the HasLab. This sucks." Why? It's like some people weren't able to get the HasLab, and this is another one. This is going to be a lot of customizers. They're going to go and change it and do what they want to do, or you can keep it in the white mode. But at the $199.99, no lights. You come with a kit. Let's be honest. This is a kit bash version. This is the, you've got the snow serpent, and they took off. Basically that's his body. You ran with the HISS tank head. You've done a kit bash. That's the Stinger back end. It has no lights. This is not bad, man. I think this is extremely smart to do. And if you didn't think that they weren't going to do this, you don't think in about a couple of years you're going to have a scaled down Rattler for Tiger Force. If you don't think that it's somehow the Tiger Force Dragonfly will be made, you're out of your mind. They don't make these molds once. They make them to get the most use out of it. This was an instantaneous buy. In fact, I almost had to stop myself from buying 2 of them at the price for them. But I was like, I've already got the one HISS tank. Let me save a HISS tank for someone else. But it is a made to order, so you don't have to wait for anybody. If it does, if someone else doesn't, it's not predicated. If they don't order it, they don't like it. Don't worry, they're not stopping you from getting this. So this was a, he started his own crew. He's not just a made figure anymore. He started his own crew.
This is the first time they've done this with Joe.
Yeah, yeah, for HasLab,
yeah, which is great. Well, it's not, it's not HasLab. So
I'm saying, they took a HasLab and then they made it into a made to order.
No, but I'm saying, this is the first time they've even done made to order for Joe.
Yeah, so far. Yeah. Right.
Look, I had to pick up the HISS tank. I didn't get in on the initial HasLab, so I picked it up after the fact, and obviously I paid a pretty penny for it. I know how people feel like, why I had to pay $400 or $500 for it, and now it's $200. The way I see it is like, good. I don't want to pay another $400 or $500 for this damn thing. I'll pay $200. So I don't get the perspective of like, well, it should have been $400. So you're telling me you want to pay another $400 or $500 for something that, like, I get it's not, to your point, Mr. Storm, it's not the same build out HasLab. You don't get the the exclusive figures and things like that. But for $200, hell yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. I think it's actually reasonably priced. You think about, we talked about McFarlane doing vehicles really well. McFarlane, like the Batmobiles and stuff, what, anywhere from $80 to $100 for 2 times I get a HISS tank. Like it's reasonable. I'm surprised at the price point. I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
I thought it would be about $250 to be quite honest with you. I was shocked.
Easy. Yeah. So this is a made vehicle, man. I love, you all know I love the Joe vehicles. Shout out to Moocher again for hooking it up. He's my Joe vehicle dealer. Although I know Mr. Storm is gonna negotiate some stuff at the SoCal Joe show. More to come on that. That's the actual on-site toy broker. But yeah, this is great, man. I'm so excited. Did you have any regrets of not getting, now that you see the Arctic HISS tank, the last HasLab?
No, because I know me, man. I'll be able to get it for at cost a couple of years from now. So don't worry about it. And I'll be able to secure all 3 of you guys the same one. So don't worry about it. It's coming. So
I wanted the eggs in the frying pan, though. I'm kind of.
My question.
I'm going to send that to Commander Bly, man.
My question on this HISS tank, right?
Yeah.
Is like Mephisto, right?
Yeah.
So Mephisto, once it ended, they charged you, and then that's it, right? So on this one,
no,
they didn't charge you.
No, they didn't charge you. No, it's not until they ship it. So made to order is only when they ship it. So sometime in obviously Now this one's a little different because Mephisto, they actually was new tooling on the body and they came over the throne. So they're probably manufacturing. This they've already got the mold made for the HISS tank. And
well, apparently it's not shipping till December 1st.
Yeah, that's why don't let that fool you. I got a feeling somewhere around October you may be hit early with that. So don't think it's coming December.
What they missed, I think it was a mistype. What they said was December 11th of 2025.
Yeah, 2026. But no, I think this one's probably coming early. But look, it's smart. You've got the tooling there. You've got the molds there. There's a lot of people, obviously. And like one thing that you said, Mr. Maddox, that we were talking offline was extremely true. If they had this before they launched the Snowcat, would this have actually sent more people to buy the Snowcat? Now, my answer is yes, but what's yours, Mr. Maddox?
I think it would have triggered me to buy it. I mean, to be honest, if they would have launched this, like even if they would have launched this as the way it is now during the another HasLab or even a while back, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere you see the Snowcat, it really would have triggered that to go higher, because then people would have been like, oh, okay, now I could just build out like a wider array of like snow vehicles. So and take it or leave it, it's all speculation, we don't know, but I think that this would have triggered it because people would have had something more, because regardless of what happens, people like to collect in like sections, right? So if you're gonna have Arctic, you want Arctic. If you're gonna have like whatever it is, you're gonna want like a few things from that. So I think it would have triggered it. Look, I'm excited. This was as soon as it went up, I pre-ordered this, so it's like and then hopefully this weekend I end up with the other HISS tank.
What do you think, Dr. Brentley?
Looks cool. Obviously, I'm not going to get it. I don't collect Joe stuff, but now is the time of year for all you guys that are collecting the Arctic line to pick up fake snow.
Absolutely is.
Yeah, he's got a point about that. Yeah, fake snow actually would be cool. Or if you live in certain places, you don't have to do that. Actually,
what? Go and play outside? Forget that. No.
But yeah, for dioramas and stuff, like the fake snow is cheap as hell right now.
Yeah. No, it makes sense, man. Makes sense. So, like I said again, let us know in the chat though. Anybody else thought this was good, or anybody else thought that was bad? And while you're in the chat and everything, hey, we got to mention thanks to all our channel members. Like we like to thank them all, for the Shadow Elite, to the Syndicate, to the Prospects. We thank you guys because, again, like PBS, it's members like you that keep us doing this. Right? So thank you guys for that. And make sure you're subscribing, like, and commenting. Comment right now and everything. Let's get these likes up tonight. So from the Arctic HISS, which everyone was jumping about, and I've been in all kinds of chats today about that too. I rarely complaints about it. We jump into McFarlane, and again, there's the thing. Everyone else has some presentations and everything else, and I don't know if this is the best representation of what McFarlane should say coming down the line. But a lot of people were saying that Jack Nicholson, the Joker, did not quite get the likeness of Jack Nicholson right now. There could be a contractual reason for that too. I don't know, but. A lot of people are saying this was a weak presentation for Mr. McFarlane.
It's because Jack Nicholson doesn't let anyone do it anymore.
That's true. I don't blame him either. His likeness is a likeness.
But I don't. What was revealed here? What line is this? Is this their standard 6-inch?
This is the Ross line.
Yeah, I was gonna say the C team.
No. Is it? What is it? Is it like the smaller like retro car? Like I'm trying to figure out what line it is.
You know what? Like
it's
I said,
like
again,
bad articulation.
These are mostly digital renders as well too. So again, I thought he showed up a little weak with this. It didn't really work out quite well.
You know what McFarlane reminds me of? So like when you, all right, like places like Dave and Buster's or Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're in the plush industry, you send that company like a basically like a product catalog, right? But all of your shit is always digital, right? And then Chuck E. Cheese or whoever comes back and says, we want 500 of these, 500 of these, and you haven't made anything yet, but they're digital renders, right? I feel like McFarlane is that version for like action figures. Like he doesn't really make them; he just kind of throws it out there to see if anyone wants it, and then like and doesn't really get the response he wants, so then he makes them anyways, and then we get like really trashy figures. And that's because, like, why would you buy these if this is what they look like? This doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Again, these are 100% when they do come out. They are sleep with the fishes for me. I'm not really kind of interested in any of these. It's a shame again too. This is the end. It's like, we were praising him when he extended it and he started dropping a bunch of stuff, and then his quality goes up and down. That's what gets him. It's never consistent. It's always up and down. Rad, I already look at the look on your face. I already know where these are going.
I don't know what the hell is this. I mean, look, if you want the proper version of Jack figure, Beast Kingdom Joker, Jack Nicholson is the best by far. Cloth goods. It's a little taller than a lot of other figures, so it doesn't scale super well with everything else, but that is the definitive 112 version. Go get that. It's expensive, but I don't know what the hell this is.
Dr. Brentley?
Yeah, ironically, he lost the license for DC and Aquaman because these are sleeping with the fishes.
There you go. All right, well, we're not done with Mr. McFarlane. He had a bunch of stuff that he dropped this week too. And here's the thing: these are resin statues, so these are not like the standard ones that we saw from the Marvel Rivals. These are resin. One is based off of the Batman Ninja. That's extremely big on, I think, on HBO Max at the moment. And then the Batgirl, which is a rendition, which they took the likeness from J. Scott Campbell, comic book artist J. Scott Campbell's version. These are nice. I'm not into statues, but this is some of the better quality I've seen McFarlane do.
Yeah. I mean, if I was into statues, I'd buy the Batgirl instantly.
Yeah, no, I was going to say Batgirl is looking pretty sweet.
Batgirl for the win.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite version of Batgirl. So it is what it is. I would buy it, but I don't. The statue shit. I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But whatever.
Rad, I know you're into sideshow and things like that. Piques your curiosity, or
I mean, if I had that Batgirl statue, my wife would walk and go, "What the hell is this?"
So I know what I'm getting, Rad, for holidays.
Yeah, we definitely. I'll pitch it for that one.
Hey, anything J. Scott Campbell, there's gonna be some question marks with any girlfriends or wives in the house. Let's be honest.
And we got Commander Cook. Welcome in.
Commander Cook and Commander Black can have a commander off.
Yeah, so interesting. Again, these are kind of like forget about it for me, but this is better quality. I wish you put a little bit more into the figures. I like, and the resin scope, these are pretty good.
I wish that Batman Ninja thing, I wish he would make an action figure like that.
I hope he does. I got a feeling if you see that done, I've got a feeling he's going to knock that out. So,
could you imagine like Mezco getting a license to that?
Oh, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, with the wired cape. I mean,
could you imagine trying to buy it if Mezco did it?
Oh, yeah, I would, man, because I'd be paying aftermarket for it because I would definitely have it. So, but yeah, I would love to say we're not done with McFarlane, but McFarlane did the biggest. And I would say that this is one of the few times where you get a play set and it comes with a form of lubricant, because you gotta have to make that. You gotta have to make that feel a little bit better for yourself. But this is the thing I think a lot of people are upset about. This is really kind of like a reissue, because DC Direct did the same exact version. A lot of people were complaining that the DC Direct one, the stickers and everything don't actually hold to the plastic. So, I don't think these new ones are. The one that came with DC Direct, it did come with two things. It came with Alfred and it came with, I believe it was Bruce Wayne. But you've got two figures. This one's only coming with the Batman animated all in black that looked like Michael Keaton's version. It does light up still. So, $224. And Snowmando says this looks pretty sweet. It looks, especially in the dark, it looks great. If you're into that, you don't want to actually have a diorama built, because there are guys that do have versions of the Batcave that they've, been building out there from a lot of customizers that look kind of cool. This is okay. I don't know about the price. I think the price, if this was $150, I could be good with it. $224, I just think it's overpriced, especially not getting. It's not the DC Direct one that's hard to find.
Yeah, how do you not get an Alfred with this?
Well, you can buy Alfred.
Yeah, but how is that not included? And come on, man, put an Alfred in there for $225. You can get an Arctic HISS made to order for $200. You're gonna charge me $225 without a figure, Alfred figure? Come on.
Well, I'll give one thing. Still Mando says I do love Batman animated series. Absolutely. Now, the one thing I will tell you about the McFarlane Batman animated series, especially Snow Mando, if you've got it, you know they don't stand on your own. So, hey, there's a guy in the group right now, and that's our good friend Darth Moocher on Moocher's 3D Design. He came up with his own flight stand. So if you do need to hold your McFarlane figures up, make sure you go over to Moocher's 3D print so you can get that done and everything. He's also got a bitchin' YouTube channel, so you definitely want to do that. And of course, Bob said, hey, you're just saying you should put your link in the chat, sir, because you're gonna need this if you got those figures. He's not standing there; he's glued to that background.
This is one of the things that, like, look, I understand what they're doing. I'm with Mando. It is a little bit of a Kenner vibe.
Yeah.
But the problem that I have with this is, like, I'm gonna mock it because he's charging $224.
Yes.
And here's the deal, like, when he first released Batman animated series figures, I was all about it, and I bought them, and then I realized they don't stand. They're hard. They're very weak. They're flimsy. They look great. They look exactly like they do out of there, and I think it's one of his better lines. The issues, obviously, like Alfred from Batman the animated series, like that, the guy's legs, like, it's a joke. There's no reason to have him. This at $224 is asinine. You can find the 3D files to print this at home already, by the way. So doesn't take long, but you can find them. And I just don't know why it's $224. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
but they do look good. That's what I'm saying. I love the McFarlane animated series line. I think it's great. But it's just,
I think he nails the characters down. I think they look like as good as the DC Direct. It's just they don't stand well. And again, this is why you need a stand from Moocher's 3D print, so you can make sure, because you're going to definitely need a flight stand for this. But hey, this was the thing, and it was a gold label. What's the difference between a gold label and that? It's just one of those aspects. So from there, one that was surprising, because I didn't think this was coming out, but if you're a big fan of the Milestone Media, Static and everything, this is actually probably one of his better looking figures. I didn't think this was popping up, but it did. It's a great looking figure. If you're a fan of that genre that they did over at DC, I gotta say this is one of his better ones, man. I don't know if I don't know if it's a flat out buy for me, because I'm always like, I do want to see somebody with this first, just to see the quality in there. But it looks good on camera, man.
Yeah, I like figures with ball caps. Like, I don't know, just something about it. Like, you rarely see it. I think it does look cool, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I like the trash accessory. I wonder if somebody's making and selling those.
No,
you know anybody, Chet?
That's actually comes with the figure. Actually, this one, that trash can. No, seriously, no, I'm not joking. That trash can lid that's one of the accessories along with the hand effect.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but that is. I thought it was a joke too.
Okay,
and that's a real accessory.
Okay. Nice.
So that's not.
Yeah, I like this. I'm not going to pick it up, but I think it's one of the better looking McFarlane's recently.
Absolutely.
And if it holds up, I love the paint job on this. The dark blue and the black on his main costume looks great.
And Snowmando says, I remember Static Shock came on the Cartoon Network when I was a kid. For me, it was WB, brother. But always loved the show. Definitely interesting design. So. Yeah, it's look, this is a lot of people's early introduction into superheroes. It was a good show in the days, and it went right along with the Batman animated series, Batman Beyond, and all those. So it's it's right there.
And I like that it's the serious version of the character, not the jokey cartoon character.
Yes. I give him credit on that, and I don't know if they have to send Malcolm X over there, Mr. Spike Lee money for that, because I do know that trademark, but we'll see how that worked out and everything. Yeah, so he's still young buck. Yep. Got that on it.
Yeah, we were first run.
Yeah, well, here's the thing that actually had a bit of frustration from my good friend, Mr. Maddox, the other morning, where he was all hyped and happy, and then he went over to Mezco for the 1990s four-pack of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the one that Jim Henson designed and everything. Beautiful looking characters, but we were woken up in the morning by somebody being absolutely pissed by the price of it. And then, as usual, our Mezco dealer himself, Mr. Rad, pointed out that we were ordering it from the wrong spot, right, Mr. Maddox?
Yeah, look, I mean, yeah, you go to Mezco, you could pay an extra $50, or you could order it at Big Bad Toy Store and not pay extra $50. You know what I'm the most upset about on this shit is the amount of just like AI they use to pose these turtles. And if you look at it, you could see it like on Leonardo. There's a pose where like Leonardo's behind and he's got his swords like this. You could tell they use Photoshop, regen fill. On this photo right here, where he's holding his sword, like he doesn't have the wrist strap. There's a lot of problems I have with them, like using generative AI to like pose all of these turtles, especially with the size of company Mezco is. But I am really into these, and I think there was a concern about why you're getting 4 figures for $350 when the average Mezco figure is like what is it, like about 150?
Yeah.
And the real thing is, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that like you actually don't get very many accessories per turtle, and I think that's where they're cutting the cost on that. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Rad told me go hit up Big Bad. This is an instant pre-order for me. These, if you like to have figures and then sell them when you don't need them, like these are gonna double in price like pretty easy, I think, once you can't get them anymore. So
I will say the surprising part about this, due to the extra price, I think a lot of people did jump the Rad train wreck and got over the Big Bad Toy Store, because this is a very rare. This is still available on Mezco, and that's usually not the case when these kind of things drop. Stonemano said, yeah, love the 90s Turtles. It is everyone's favorite, and it's probably one of the better looking versions of the Turtles too. So I think Mezco's going to do this justice right here. Rad, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a made for me. I mean, obviously the additional the turtle sets that were released with Mezco, the cartoon version 4-pack, and then before that the Eastman and Laird, like they all sold out. Eastman and Laird's like $600-$700 to get it on the resale market. Wise man once said, "Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza." Yes, sir. But I think these will eventually. I mean, yes, you could still pre-order, but inevitably 2-3 years down the line, they'll be gone, and somebody will want to pick these up. Now, I understand, like NECA made these really well, but let's be honest, we know that the articulation is going to be better on these for posability, toy photography. We haven't seen the figures quite in person, so we'll have to see. But what's the risk? I mean, look, you have to put a little bit of a deposit up front on Big Bad, but the shipping is $4. It's worth it. The only advantage of getting it on Mezco, you got to pay crazy shipping, is you might get it a little bit sooner. But if you could wait, who wants to spend $40 in shipping? It's bananas. So it's an easy pickup, man. Movie turtles all day long.
And then also with Mezco, you've got the deposit on Mezco.com. You know, it's not the same exact thing on Big Bad Toy Store. So
yeah, you got to put like you got to put some non-refundable on Big Bad, but like I think the shipping is the crazy part. $4 to $36. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here?
And then, like I said again, we were already preordained for this, but this one I also had my friend jump up for glee when he saw about this one, and I was like, "This got some damn good features." I hear that more than meets the eye music that comes on, but this one kind of did it right here, because if you're gonna buy RoboSun, and look, we love RoboSun, and again, you know, they've used Frank Welker's beautiful voice again and everything. He's cashing those checks over at RoboSun. But the thing that kind of got me on this one is this one actually has a Bluetooth mode.
Plays music. Hell yes.
What are you talking about? So not only do you get the auto converting from cassette mode to robot mode, which looks cool, the cassette player and Bluetooth speaker Comes with also G1 Soundwave, voice of Frank Walker. I saw him in the booth and everything. Cinematic grade finish, and he does sound fantastic and everything. 5 programming modes, mini theater with Megatron. And if you get the early bird, now here's the thing right here. We're always trying to save you guys some bucks. So right now, if you just got like $1,000 sitting around, it's good to do that before January 4th, where you just this thing's going to jump in. Actually, Steve fucked up on this one. It's $13.99, Steve.
That's what
$13.99.
I was going to say that's a hell of a discount. Get it early.
Well, here's the thing, though, is like if you get this right, then like don't you inevitably have to pick up the Roboson Megatron? I mean, they go hand in hand.
I mean, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have Soundwave without Megatron. I mean, come on now. Like that's like Optimus and Bumblebee, like to just go together hand in hand.
Well, I there's a video that we saw, and it was actually hilarious because if you've ever seen them all together, like this technology is off the chain because they're holding their own conversations.
Yeah,
and have Megatron and Optimus, and so I can imagine now you got Bumblebee, Soundwave.
Also, I don't know if you saw, but like if you put Soundwave next to Optimus, they punch each other.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I did pick this up for the $1,000.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, man, this is one of those things. So like now the
so
killer part of this is where Robosun. If I have a moment to just tell Robosun how to run their business, I know I have no experience in this part, but this would work for them. This is something like Mythic Legions or Four Horsemen Brothers was smart to do. Put this right around April, so when you know those tax returns are coming, somebody could drop $1,000 on that, and you'll probably do it once a year. Just make sure you do it, but right around that time frame, because around Christmas, everybody's like, "Well, obviously, I'm going to have to put the $13.39 after Christmas on this."
Do they collect 1,000 now, or do they collect it at ship?
Mr. Maddox is the only one of us.
I'm sure they collect
enough
it. They got to collect it now. There's no.
I think they collected it now. Yeah, I thought it was later.
Yeah,
so,
but
I think I fucked up.
I still think out of all the Robosons, Optimus is my favorite. I mean, it's just Optimus is the guy. I love Megatron. The tank is cool. Obviously, I prefer G1 and obviously the gun. But this is right up there with Optimus. I mean, the fact that it plays music is
those other ones
wild.
don't play music.
No, they don't. Well, like I said, obviously, if you're going to purchase it, this is one of those again made figure. He's running his own crew kind of ones. Robosun has yet to disappoint. If you had just $1,000 laying around, Dr. Brentley, would this be a purchase?
Yes, it looked cool. I've seen it, transform and everything. Okay, it's got the little Gatling gun thing. It's pretty cool.
I understand times are hard and everything. It's going to be a little tough. So I got my ski mask. We'll just roll on. We'll get it. Don't worry. We'll get it. Take us a couple of 7-Elevens, but we'll get it.
I mean, I knew this was going to be purchased by Chet. It sounds like I don't. You know what I mean? Big. Like, it's
this is big. So it'd be right next to Grimlock too, right?
That Grimlock has not really gone down in price. That thing is like $1,500, man. Yeah. That thing is another level of collecting.
Again, fantastic and everything. And hey, like we tell everyone, and make sure that we get those likes up. Everybody, let's get those likes up tonight. And thank everybody for coming in. And hey, make sure you're subscribing and everything. If you're watching on all of our other media outlets that we're on tonight, then make sure you actually follow the channels there. But hey man, it looks like it's time for our last segment of the night, and that's Plastiq News on SKN. That's right, Plastiq News, where you get all of your news updates for anything toys and entertainment. PlastiqNews.com is your trusted news source. We thank them for being a sponsor. We jump right into it. Oh, you love It's like you got the opportunity. You could get the Anaconda popcorn bucket. It's highly sought after, limited edition collectible from AMC Theaters and Cinemark, with a large snake themed design with a movable mouth, and sometimes light up eyes. and it comes available with a large popcorn right there. So but yeah, man, this one I saw this and I thought to myself, like, I was not expecting this.
And if you've got someone you don't want to share your popcorn with, close the
lid.
mouth.
Is this popcorn bucket at all sponsored by Sir Mix-a-Lot? Because my anaconda don't want none.
I just every time I hear anaconda, I think of John Voight's just worst accent of all time. Is that a popcorn bucket?
And if you can imagine, I worked on the original trailer.
Of course,
many years ago.
Yeah, you sold us a bag of rocks, you son of a.
He's gotten long enough to be honest. Well, actually, to be honest with you, a lot of people think that the first movie is a classic, which is kind of
it might be after this new one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This one's good. If Jet Black pulls this off, he sold his soul to the devil.
Oh my goodness.
This one's gonna be an interesting one. But I give credit where credit is due, man. This is, if you're gonna do a bucket, I did not expect. The minute I saw this, I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
This will be the first popcorn bucket available at Ollie's and Ross. Yeah. So just hang in there.
Price is not too bad too. It's $34.95, so not too bad. But here's one where I gotta let you know, and actually this is one of those few times in the arsenal where we laugh, we joke, we come up, but there's some, they're coming out with some serious stuff for these buckets, brother. And the only way that I can describe what kind of bucket this is going to be, well, I've got to let the man that owned the bucket know. That's right. If you have been getting drunk over at the Alamo Draft House, well, guess what? They've got themselves an actual Godzilla bucket, and your good friend on the show ordered it. So it's coming to my house. Because I'm like, you got to come on. This is my favorite version of it. But Alamo Draft House Godzilla bucket, it is a limited edition, and it's numbered. It's collectible, only 6,000 made. Oh, I didn't know that. I just bought it. Who cares about it being a thing? And it features a large large opening mouth to hold the popcorn in. When you look at that too, it probably doesn't hold a lot, but just having his head on the counter. And also we've got something on the channel that we're working on called the Kaiju Files, so this fits right into it. But this was an instant buy. I bought this the other day.
This is one of the coolest fucking buckets. I hadn't seen this until now. Like, this is such a rad bucket.
Still available.
That's great. And I like the box. You get it because most of the buckets you don't get a box. So keep it as a collectible.
This is such a good box. Maybe I want to go to Alamo Draft House and get it.
I don't know if it's available at Alamo Draft House because a lot of guys are saying it was hard. And I do know since we live in Southern California, up in Northern California, they do have an Alamo Draft House that's a Godzilla themed movie theater. So if you got a chance, you're nothing like walking into a theater with Godzilla's own head. But man, $45, not bad. It came out to $51 with shipping. Can't complain about that.
Well, what was that stupid one last week that was like $85 that was terrible?
That was actually Avatar.
Avatar? Yeah, that looks stupid. Yeah. This looks awesome.
Yeah, this one's right there. The classic too, they got his eyes, his nose. Like, wow, man, this is perfect right there. So any Kaiju fans, make sure you're checking for this and the Kaiju Files. We'll be dropping that on. That's sponsored by Bandai and SH Monster Figure Arts. So, hey, love that one. So, here's one where we jump into, and this is the thing that's got everybody from Dr. Bentley and I that are absolutely worried in Hollywood, because this is the scariest thing to have inside back.
Well, when Christopher Nolan's like assembling the Avengers to try to prevent this happening, it's like big news.
Yeah.
This one's gonna hurt. Like Paramount's trying to do, like it's crazy.
Well, I think Paramount also is not in the hands of it because they were going to use overseas funding for that, and that was going to be an issue. Netflix, come on, Netflix is where movies go to die when it comes to theaters. So, I don't know. They're saying they're going to keep this in, but hey, they got the $82.7 billion to spend, so they kind of dropped that dime on people.
This is such a this is such a bullshit thing, right? Yeah. This is a thing where it's like, look, Netflix kills every fucking thing they touch.
Yeah.
And then and anything good they cancel. And it's like now they have control over, I think this deal was literally for like the what they say is like the movie. It's like it's not everything Warner Brothers.
The
But
Discovery's going to pop back off, and CNN will actually still be owned by Discovery.
but they're gonna,
all the rest of the stuff over there.
but
There's
Netflix
one-
is going to control the DCU now, right? Like,
Well,
so
there's one man that's very excited about this news, who has a really great relationship with Netflix and
No.
kind of got
Gunn.
burned by.
Nope.
That would be Zack Snyder.
No, Zack Snyder was let go last week. So
yeah,
By who?
yeah, he had his partnership with them. It's dissolved. now.
Netflix?
So yes,
Oh,
yeah, they let him
bad
go.
timing.
Because
1
nobody
week
wants
too late.
Rebel Moon.
yeah.
yeah.
But bad
Yeah.
timing. He could have like got his revenge and got back on the Batman franchise and Superman. Oh man, they saw this coming. They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna buy this. We gotta get rid of Zack Snyder.
Somebody did. But yeah, this one has everybody worried about it. And look, there's a good chance that I know that our government didn't want Netflix to purchase it. They wanted Paramount to purchase it. So there's a lot of people that are jumping up, and you're right. The assembles are assembling right now to stop this from happening. A lot of people don't want to see this happen. So it's going to be very interesting in the next couple of months how this go down. But
it won't ever get stopped. It's not going to get blocked. It won't be considered monopoly, because what they'll do is they'll just classify it under different umbrellas of Netflix, and then no one gives a shit, and then everyone will wonder why TV from Netflix is trash for the next 12 years, and we'll just come back to this video and be like, see, this is why.
Well, one thing I will say is that if you thought Netflix was costing a lot now, well, wait till they consolidate. They still max Netflix bill.
Yeah, so that's like a huge thing. What people don't understand is like all Netflix is doing and all these stupid ass streaming services is doing is bringing piracy back, and it's bringing it back in like a crazy hard to figure out way when it comes to like all of the stuff that pops up. And I'm not going to say it on here, but there's a lot of stuff that pops up that you don't need any of these, and they can't stop it. And this is the problem, is that initially the streaming shit was supposed to be cheaper, right? And we all remember when it started, like $20 you had like 7 different streaming platforms, right? So like now this merger, like Netflix is going to be the highest pirated shit on the planet by the time this happens.
Absolutely. Well, we'll stay tuned for this one, because this one is a development that's been happening. But one thing too is that, look, there's been a law enforcement officer that's for years has busted his behind. Like, we love law enforcement officers here. We understand it's a hard job to do, and there's sometimes it's a thankless job. But this has changed, though. There's finally an officer getting the honor that he deserves, and it's happening in old Detroit. That's right. Like I said, Murphy is getting himself a statue. And this is not AI. This is a real statue, a bronze statue that's taken place. 22 years ago, no one would have thought that a mail-order DVD business would buy a major motion picture studios. Absolutely, Commander Bly.
Including Blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Blockbuster, boy, you messed up on that one. But, Dr. Britley, do the honors.
Yes. About time. Yes, sir. Nearly 15 years later, Detroit finally has its statue of RoboCop. The bronze statue depicting the eponymous cybernetic star of Paul Verhoeven's 1987 set in Detroit sci-fi satire was installed in Eastern Market on Wednesday, nearly 15 years after someone proposed it in a viral social media post. So it does work. You can actually, get anything to happen. You just have to wait a long time. Back in 2011, someone with the Twitter tweeted at then Mayor Dave Bing that Detroit should have a statue of the part man, part machine cop, because Philadelphia has a statue of Rocky, and RoboCop would kick Rocky's butt.
Damn right.
Yes, sir.
Dead or alive, you build me a statue.
I'd buy that for $1.
RoboCop's probably a top 5 for me. Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, this just made me I'm just gonna watch the movie again.
Yeah. Oh man, already, bro.
I can't wait to watch RoboCop 3 first, because I love my flying RoboCop.
I'm gonna watch that remake that they did first.
Oh yeah. Boy, RoboCop has had some bad sequels up to it.
I'll start with the Canadian TV show.
Yeah, the Canadian TV show. The first animated cartoon was pretty good. The second one, they kind of did some disaster to that. But yeah, man, hey, look, he survived, and then again, like Commander Blythe said, it's a top 10 movie for him. It's one of my all-time favorite films. Like I said, I know that Mr. Maddox knows this, but then also Mr. Dr. Brentley. But my uncle was a 30-year veteran of the Detroit Police Department, and I was spending some time with him. And I told him, "Hey, had you, it's like, so what made you want to be a cop and everything? Was it like RoboCop or something?" He had never seen RoboCop, and he had never seen Beverly Hills Cop or Action Jackson. So one afternoon, we sat down, we watched all 3 movies. He was like, "Wow, yeah." So you never know what this next one might inspire, especially with AI running around. Give us a little while, there'll be a real RoboCop going around.
Wait, he didn't realize how badass it is to be a Detroit cop.
No, he never did. So that was always kind of interesting. But this is a great look. I think you're right. Philadelphia has their version of Rocky, and everybody can take their picture of it. I'm gonna book a trip to Detroit so I can take my picture with RoboCop.
So look, if we're going this route, we need Beverly Hills Cop Eddie Murphy statue in Beverly Hills. LA needs a win. if we're doing cop bronzing, we need Eddie.
We can also do a Beverly Hills Ninja. Chris Farley.
That's gonna be a no for me, dog. By the way, Mr. Storm, did your uncle have an Auto 9 RoboCop gun too? Did he get inspired?
No, but when he was rolling through Detroit in the 80s, I bet you wish he had one.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you have something that shoots 5 rounds at once?
Yeah, well, like I said again, hey, that's the end of Plastiq news for this week, gentlemen. I'm glad that everybody was able to run with us through that ride, but the ride's not over for us, right, Red?
Oh, no, it is not over for us because there is a lot of excitement, including this weekend. But I want to announce something big on our Instagram channel coming up. We did announce earlier this week that we are doing a competition for followers where you get a bracket elimination challenge for 2025 best villain action figures. And so beginning this weekend, if you follow Instagram, you'll be able to vote, and we'll have a series of bracket eliminations until the final 2, in which we will announce live the winner. We'll have a debate. But if you tune in to that live, we will announce a winner or 2 of a Hot Toy, a Mezco, a Mafex action figure winner's choice. So follow the Instagram page. There'll be some instructions. Basically, you tag a friend, you comment, all that stuff. But a giveaway just for being a follower on our socials. And don't forget to subscribe to YouTube. But Mr. Storm, we got some other things happening this weekend.
Absolutely, but also let everyone know it's the Shadow Knows Network over at Instagram.
Shadow Network.
With an E, Shadow Knows Network. So make sure you guys are heading over there to Instagram and doing that, because I know some other people on some other platforms is watching this tonight. So you got to go over to Instagram to do that. But hey, guess what? We're not done. Well, you know what? There's a video. There's a video.
We gotta get to the SoCal Joe show. How far is Temecula?
Hey, stop! It's too late!
Let's hop this train.
Hold up! It's not too late. The SoCal Joe Show is on December 7th, and Temecula is approximately 60 miles north of San Diego and 90 miles southeast of Los Angeles.
Now we know!
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right. We will be this Sunday, and actually we will be streaming live. I hope when that Flight Hot Toys, if you're giving it, we're actually giving it out. Commander.
I think that Commander Bly just kind of like hears what we say and then makes up the rest of it without listening. So,
well, the best part of it is, again, you can join us this Sunday. But if you can't get to Southern California by some strange means, If you stopped in Detroit to take your picture with RoboCop and you can't make it here, that's fine. You can just tune to the Shadow News Network. We'll be putting up the times on this, so we'll be streaming live from that. That's one of our home events, along with Toylanta and Joelana for next year. So, but December 7th at the NBC Suites in Temecula, California. The address is right up there. If you go in at 9 a.m., the early bird special, and let me tell you something. This is the type of show, if you're into vintage Joes or you're into classifieds, or they have a convention exclusive custom made one from the Red October version of the actual GI Joes, and it's always a treat because it's a limited number of those always sell out complete. But you can get in at 9 a.m. for the early bird special, or you can get at 10 a.m. with just the general admissions. Best part about the SoCal Joe show, if you got a little one, they don't charge for kids walking in, and we have been seeing a bunch of kids show up at these events that are truly interested in the vintage and the actual classified line. So it's just great customizers. There's Holy Grail Toys, one of our sponsors. They're going to be there, and they got some stuff there. If you go over to holygrailtoys.com, you'll be able to see what they call elementals. If you're into toy photography or you just want extra things to happen, I can't believe that they're giving away a mint USS flag. Everything I said. I don't know if the SoCal Joe show is doing that, but maybe you know a little bit more about me, Commander Bly. But
hey, Commander Bly, I just want to give you like a little public service announcement here that the the whole manifestation shit doesn't work on this channel. So calm down on that. But yes, we are giving away a mint USA flag.
But I do know. Well, if you're talking about the USS flag little pins, yes, we've got those.
No, we're giving away a USA
American flag.
Yeah, yes, we are.
But it's a great time. It's a great time to be there. Again, we'll be there. Holy Grail Toys. Holy Grail Toys got some interesting stuff if you're into toy photography and you're looking for accessories. If you're looking for like what they call elementals. A trash dumpster that's absolutely fantastic. A huge 1/12 version of a shipping container, and this thing, I've seen it. They've sent me the photos. It is wild. So if you're into all that, there'll also be pre-orders up for that kind of stuff if you can't make it to the show. But it's a great show, and if you can't make it, we will be streaming it live, so you can sit down with myself, Mr. Maddox, with Rad, with as many of the SKN crew that we can fit into one area. This Sunday, December 7th. Great show, man. You guys looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah. It's a great time, man. And I love going to that because Mr. Storm educates us on all the vintage stuff, and we usually come away with a grail or two. So
absolutely.
It's nice hanging out and some exclusive interviews as well.
Got one more thing on the night, though, that we definitely got to roll through, and we want to let everyone know this because this is championed by several of our channels. If you know, every other Monday I'm on the Sarlacc Digest Toy Chest, so make sure you're checking that out. Or Blitz Transmissions. Tommy, thank him so very much for him thinking of this idea. Hybrid Toys, the Stone Mandalorian, a bunch of guys are involved in this, and it's an interesting thing. But have you ever wanted to have an opportunity of having a list and wanted to make sure that maybe Hasbro would listen to it? Well, if you're into Black Series figures, they've got the most Star Wars Black Series Most Wanted. And they've got an Instagram account, Black Series Most Wanted, over on Instagram. And you can submit your top 12 most wanted characters. A couple of rules, so make sure you double checking that there. But the link is over at Star Wars. Actually, at the Black Series Most Wanted. You head over to Instagram. You can actually put your list in, and guess what? Hasbro is listening. They're actively paying attention to this. So you most definitely want to make sure you get that in, because maybe you're a type of person. And we just got a super chat in with $1.99 for Commander Bly, Black Series Most Wanted. Thank you, sir. Maybe you want them to make a obscure figure that they're never going to do. Background guy that sits behind Mondo when he shoots somebody. It's like, all right, hey, you got a chance. Whatever it is, put up your list. It's your 12 most wanted. You've got the opportunity. Why 12? Because 10's not enough.
This is a very rare deep cut. I want the Stormtrooper with the Daniel Craig head sculpt from The Force Awakens. No, I mean, come on.
You can do whatever. Hey, it's your list. You can put up whatever you want. So,
Okay. All right.
But definitely head over there to that Instagram account and everything else there. We'd like to thank everybody that is participating. I know there was over 250 submissions already put in. So get your list in over there, man. And hey man, I see that I hear the time ticking.
That's it. That's it. Well, look, hey, we appreciate it as always hanging out with us every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Again, building community. We appreciate hanging out, talking toys, talking pop culture. Don't forget, 7 p.m. Pacific time Wednesdays is Toy Box Chronicles, where you get deep information on all things toys, including Scully and a bunch of other great guests, artists, etc. So stay tuned for the channel and stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram. You're going to see that contest loaded. And then this weekend we go live at the G.I. Joe SoCal show. So for Mr. Storm, Chet, Dr. Brantley, I'm Rad, and we will see you this weekend on the channel. Have a good Friday.